This is Dr. S. Prasanna Rani, Assistant Professor of Mathematics in Pingle Government College for Women, Warangal. I am dealing with the topic linear algebra for BSc final year mathematics in CBCS system. It is in semester 5. And in the previous video lessons, we have gone through the topic null space. Recently we have seen gone through the topic null space, and in the previous video lesson we have done some problems, solved some problems based on null space, and to be precise, we have made use of two theorems, and using those two theorems we have solved problems based on that theorem. And the theorem states that the null space of an m by n matrix is a subspace of Rn, and another theorem I made use is to solve the problems is if v1 bar and v2 bar are in a vector space V, then capital H is equal to span of v1 bar comma v2 bar is a subspace of V. And using these two theorems we have solved some problems in the earlier video lesson. Now today's video lesson is also about solving some more problems based on those two theorems. And with this lesson, today's lesson, we can complete the null space topic, and in the next video lesson we can move on to the next topic, column space. So let us complete the problems which are left over in the topic null space. And this problem goes like this: if capital W is equal to set consisting of the column vectors A, B, C, D such that A minus 2B is equal to 4C, 2A is equal to C plus 3D is a vector space, and if so, find the spanning set of W. So they are asking that they have given they have given a set W to us. That means we are provided a set W, and we are asked to find that this is a vector space, and if so, find the spanning set of W. So we are also asked to find the spanning set of W. So W is given like this, the column vector A, B, C, D, and here there are two equations which are satisfied by these column vectors. And what are those two equations? A minus 2B is equal to 4C, and the other one is 2A is equal to C plus 3D. So here W is the set of vectors which are nothing but the solutions solutions of the system of equations. In fact, these equations are homogeneous equations, and they are given by A minus 2B is equal to 4C and 2A is equal to C plus 3D. And if we rewrite these two equations and express in like this, A minus 2B is minus 4C is equal to 0, and the other equation as 2A minus C minus 3D is equal to 0, then we can observe that these two equations are representing a system of homogeneous linear equations in the variables A comma B comma C. And we know that A comma B comma C variables are taken from the set of real numbers. So these two equations, even though they are three variables, we are given with only two equations. So this system is equipped with only two equations, and hence we cannot solve them to get the set of values for A comma B comma C. But what we can do is only to get the relations between them. Excuse me. So we can also observe that by the theorem this W can be concluded as a vector space, to be a vector space, by using the theorem that uh, that we have proved in the earlier video lesson. I am making use of it here. Hence, by the theorem that the set of all solutions to a system of M homogeneous linear equations in n unknowns is a subspace of Rn, and using this theorem we can say that in this case, in this context, that W is a subspace of R4. As it is consisting of 4 by 1 column vectors, we can say that W is a subspace of R4. In place of in Rn, in place of n, we can take 4, as W is consisting of 4 by 1 column vectors, and as it is a subspace of R4, consequently it is a vector space. So hence W is a vector space. Here just make a note, just make a change in the problem, that it is not written properly here. If W is given like that, if W is a set like this, then show that find or determine whether W is a vector space, and if so, find the spanning set of W. So that should be the problem. So make that correction here in the problem. It should be, if W is equal to that set, then show that, then determine if whether W is a vector space or not. If so, find the spanning set of W. That should be the problem. So now W is a vector space that we could claim by using the theorem which states that set of all solutions to a homogeneous system of M homogeneous system of linear equations in unknowns is always a subspace of Rn, and that is how W, we can say that, is a subspace of R4, and consequently it will be a vector space. And solving 1 and 2, and we are further, if we could be able to show that W is a vector space, we are further asked to find the spanning set for W, and that spanning set of W can be found by solving those system of linear equations. And let us solve those two linear equations given to us. Solving 1 and 2, we get 1. I have multiplied the equation 1 by a number 2. To solve for the variable A, I am taking the equation 1 multiplied by 2, and this goes like this: 2a minus 4b minus 8c is equal to 0, and that second equation I can take as 2a minus c minus 3d is equal to 0. When we subtract these two equations, we can see that 2a gets cancelled, and whatever the terms remaining we can take down in a equation like this: minus 4b minus 7c plus 3d is equal to 0. So minus 4b minus 7c plus 3d is equal to 0 is the equation. Now writing D in terms of B and C. See here, there are three variables in this equation. Those are B, C and D. Now I want to express D in terms of B and C, and that is how 3D I can write it as 4B plus 7C, and now it is D can be deducted as 4 by 3 B plus 7 by 3 C. So our ABCD column vector now can be written as 2B plus 4C in place of A. B and C can be remained like that only, and in place of D we can now write 4 by 3 B plus 7 by 3 C. And in the next step we can take out B common and C common. And we can see, if we take B common, we are getting B times 2 1 0 4 by 3 is the column vector besides B, and plus C times it is 4 0 1 7 by 3 is the other column vector, which is a multiple of C. So here B is the scalar multiple of this vector 2 1 0 4 by 3, and plus C is the scalar multiple for the vector 4 0 1 7 by 3. As there is a fraction present in the fourth entry, so we want to make it as a real integer integer. So that number as an integer, we want to change that real number as an integer. Let us take 1 by 3 common, and as there are no 1 by 3 fraction present in the above 3 numbers, in the above 3 entries in the column vector, those 3, when we take 1 by 3 common, those 3 elements, the first 3 entries in the column vector should be multiplied by 3, so that we get the scalar multiple of 1 by 3 B can be written as 6304. What I have done here is I have taken 1 by 3 common, and as there is no 1 by 3 in the first 3 entries of the column vector, I have multiplied each element, each entry of the column vector, the first 3 entries, by 3, so that I got the vector as 1 by 3 B is multiplied to the column vector 6304, and plus in the same way 1 by 3 C, when we take 1 by 3 C common, we get 12037 as the column vector multiplied to it. Now we can see this is a linear combination of the vectors vector 6304 and 12037 by some scalars 1 by 3b and 1 by 3c. And now I want to take all these vectors and scalars named in a different manner, and so I have taken u bar as 6304, v bar as 12037, and I have taken the scalars also in a named them in a different way, and so I have taken 1 by 3b as k and 1 by 3c as L. Now we can see A, B, C, D, any arbitrary element of W, any arbitrary column vector of W can now be represented as k times scalar multiple of k times 6304, and the other one is plus L times 12037. Now if we change it into u bar and v bar, that we have taken these two vectors as u bar and v bar, now we can write it as k u bar plus L v bar, and this implies that ABCD is equal to linear combination of vectors u bar and v bar. This means as ABCD is any vector of W, any vector of W can be represented like this. We can say that any vector of W is a linear combination of U bar and V bar. If so, we can say that every vector is a linear combination of U bar and V bar in W. So W is spanned by the two vectors U bar and V bar. That means W is equal to span of U bar comma V bar. And this can also be stated as the spanning set for W is equal to the set consisting of U bar comma V bar. So this is the problem we have done now. So we are given a set W and make the correction in the problem that W is given like, if W is given like this, we have to determine whether W is a vector space, and if so, we have to find the spanning set of W. For that we have taken W, and the two equations which are given in the definition of the set W are rewritten as a minus 2b minus 4c is equal to 0. This is the one equation, and 2a minus c minus 3d is equal to 0 is the other equation. Now this is a system of homogeneous linear equations. Hence, by the theorem that the set of all solutions to a system of m homogeneous equations in n unknowns gives rise to a subspace of Rn. And by using this theorem, we can say that W is also a subspace, and it is subspace of R4, and this is as it is a subspace, it can be treated as a vector space. Basically it is a vector space, then only it can be called as a subspace. So hence W is a vector space. Solving these given two equations, whatever the equations we are given with, solving them we can, and making the relations between A, B, C and D, and we got a vector, column vector, where the B and C can be taken as scalar multiples, and we got two vectors, and taking those two vectors are u bar, v bar, we can observe that every arbitrary element of W is a scalar multiple of these two variables u bar, these two vectors u bar comma v bar. So we can say that W is spanned by the vectors u bar comma v bar. That is we can say that the spanning set for W is equal to u bar comma v bar. In the last step, when you take down the notes, in the last step take that u bar v bar are the terms which we have defined in this problem for our purpose. So at the last step you have to change them and write what exactly u bar and v bar while giving the final answer. So write in the last step as spanning set for W is equal to set consisting of the first vector, in place of u bar write the vector 6304, and in the place of v bar write the vector 12037. So with this problem is completed. Let us move on to the next problem. So in this problem W is given as this column vector A, B, C, D, and we are given with two equations, A plus 3B is equal to C, and the other equation is B plus C plus A is equal to D. Here also the variables A, B, C, D all are real numbers. Then determine whether the given set W is a vector space or not is the question given to us. Now let us move on to solve this problem, and we are first of all we have to note down whatever the set given to us, and that set is W consisting of all 4x1 column vectors which are given as A, B, C, D, and the equations are A plus 3B is equal to C, and the other one is B plus C plus A is equal to D. And now consider these two equations and rewrite them. That means change them, express them in equation form, and then we can write them as A plus 3B minus C is equal to 0 is one equation. I have taken it as equation number 1, and the other one is A plus B plus C plus minus D is equal to 0. I have taken this as equation number 2. Now from 1, as we can observe that there are 4 variables in this on the whole there are 4 variables, but we are provided with only 2 equations. So this set W is equipped with only 2 equations in its definition. So we have to solve for them is an impossible thing. So we can only get relations between the variables, and that I have tried to get the relations. And from 1 I have taken the C in terms of the variable C in terms of the variables A and B. That can be seen like this: C is equal to A plus 3B, from which is obtained from equation 1. Now substituting this into equation 2, A plus B, in place of we take that A plus 3B minus D is equal to 0. Now I express D in terms of A and B again, and this we can say D is equal to 2A plus 4B. So now substituting all these relations and keeping the variables A and B as itself, we can see A, B, C, D, the column vector is now can be taken as A, B, and in place of C we can take A plus 3B, and in place of D it is 2A plus 4B. So all these vectors are all the entries in this column vector are in now in terms of a and b, only two variables. And now at this juncture let us take the variable a common and b common, and write them as scalar multiples of some vectors where the scalar multiples are a and b. So writing like that, we get a times 1 0 1 2 as the scalar multiple for a, and plus b times the vector which has the scalar multiple as b is 0 1 3 4. How did you get this? You should be knowing, as we are doing such scalar multiples for the past many classes, so you should be knowing how to do this, how to take a and b common. And next let us take the vector, define 1 0 1 2 vector as u bar, and 0 1 3 4 vector be defined as v bar. If so, then we can write ABCD, the arbitrary vector of W can be now written as AU bar plus BV bar. And here this means AU bar plus BV bar is nothing but a linear combination of U bar and V bar. By the earlier knowledge, previous knowledge of this topic, we can say that AU bar plus BV bar represents the linear combination of u bar and v bar. So every element of W is a linear combination of u bar and v bar. So every element of W is a linear combination of u bar and v bar means W is spanned by the vectors u bar comma v bar, and that is how W is equal to span of u bar comma v bar. And in place of u bar and v bar, we can replace u bar v bar by the vectors that were obtained in the procedure 2-3 steps above. So what is W now? W is equal to span of this two column vectors. The first one is 1 0 1 2 comma, the other one is 0 1 3 4, and somehow we can say that W is a span of the two vectors, means by the theorem that I told in the beginning of this video lesson. Actually we have proved it in days back, in the previous videos, somewhere in previous video lesson, but I have mentioned the theorem statement while starting this class now, and you are aware of it now. And by that theorem, if v1 bar comma v2 bar any two vectors in a vector space V, and W is equal to span of, there in the statement it was H, and in this context it is W. If W is equal to span of those two vectors, then we can say that then we can claim that W is a subspace of that vector space. And here, as W is span of these two vectors, we can use, by making use of that theorem, we can say that W is a subspace of R4. As W is consisting of 4x1 column vectors, we can say that W is a subspace of R4. Therefore, W is a vector space. It is a subspace, means basically it is a vector space. So that is how W is a vector space, and the spanning set for W is also found here, and that is W is equal to span of 1 0 1 2 and 0 1 3 4 is the spanning set for W. And the next problem, let us move on to the next problem, that is determine whether the set W is equal to b minus 5d 2b 2d plus 1d. This is the vector, any arbitrary vector in W where b comma d are real numbers, and we are asked to prove that whether the set W is a vector space, and if so, find the spanning set of W. So here also in this problem also we are asked to determine whether the given set W is a vector space or not, and we are also further asked to find the spanning set for W. If it is a vector space, then only it will have spanning set, and that we are asked to find. Now moving to the solution, W whatever be given to us, let us write it as the beginning steps. So W is given to us and take down whatever W is given to us, and W is the set consisting of B minus 5D, 2B, 2D plus 1D as the arbitrary column vector, as the arbitrary element, such that B comma D are real numbers. Now consider that arbitrary column vector of W, and that is B minus 5D, 2B, 5D plus 1 and D, and that can be rewritten as taking B common, D common, and we can see there is a single or constant element without which is not neither a scalar multiple of B nor a scalar multiple of D. Here it is present in the third entry on the left hand side. There it is 2D plus 1. So 1 is neither a scalar multiple of B nor a scalar multiple of D. So it has to be represented separately. So on the right hand side, taking B common, we got the vector as 1 2 0 0 plus D times minus 5 0 2 1 is the another vector, plus 0 0 1 0 is the other vector, where there is no scalar multiple at all. So when we take B common in the entries, we can see the coefficients of B are 1 to 0 0 and the coefficients of D are minus 5 to 1, minus 5 0 to 1, and so that D has the vector multiply it as minus 5 0 to 1, and the last vector is 0 0 1 0. Now this vector, let us whenever we get such a single vector which is neither which is not at all a multiple of any scalar multiple, then we have to observe that whether this 0 vector belongs to W or not. In such cases, we have to verify whether the 0 vector belongs to W or not. So let us suppose that to verify that, let us suppose that the arbitrary vector in W, arbitrary element of W be equal to the 0 vector. Equating it to 0 vector, we can get 4 equations. B minus 5D is equal to 0, 2B is equal to 0, 2D plus 1 is equal to 0 and D is equal to 0. In equation number 4, we can observe that D has the value 0. Let us substitute it in equation 3. Then we get 1 is equal to 0, which is an absurd thing. So this is not possible. Absurd means which is impossible thing, which is very known thing, and which is impossible. So 3 and 4 are not compatible to each other. The equations 3 and 4 are not compatible to each other. That means 3 and 4 are not valid at a time. So this means B minus 5D, 2B, 2D plus 1D cannot be equal to the 0 vector which consists of all the 4 zeros as the entries. So this 0 vector cannot be in W. So W, if it is not possessing with the 0 vector, then it cannot be a vector space by the definition of subspace of a vector space. In the conditions for subspace of a vector space, we have seen that a subspace should definitely be possessed with the 0 vector, and here this was not possible. The 0 vector we have seen here is not belonging to the set W. That means W cannot be a vector space. So in this case, in this third problem, we got that W is not a vector space. So this is continuation to the problems that we have already solved in the previous class. So with this, we have completed the topic null space, and in this chapter there were 3 topics, I should say 3 terms to be learnt. One among them is null space, that we have completed now. and we are left with two more terms. Those are column space and linear transformation. So in the next few classes we will see what are column space and linear transformation of a matrix. So with this I will close the class for today, and what we have seen today is so we have solved some more problems based on the two theorems that we have seen in the previous video lesson. So in among these three problems we have seen that in two cases W, the given set is a vector space, has become a vector space, and in the last case it was not a vector space. So with this I will close the class for today and go through the topic null space from the beginning and on the whole the topic null space is with 4 video lessons. So go through all the 4 video lessons and get proper idea of this proper understanding of this topic null space. So with this I will sign off now.